Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. She just got up and was getting ready to run over here. Right, I'm gonna say hi in just a second. She had to grab her little Sasquatch. But I hope you guys are having a good week. I mixed it up a bit this week. I put out some trapping videos, which I hope you guys enjoyed. And then I put out my final salmon video. Hey there, PA Trapping. How's it going? Braden says, "Yeah, Ma. You know he loves you." What's going on, Dan? How you doing, dude? Hey there, Mike. Hey, sis. Hey, Don. I'm going to share this real fast on Facebook. I'll be right back. Mm, Okay. Oh, you're such a turd, Jim. It always takes a while to post on Facebook for some reason. Oh, all right, I'm back. Doing all right, Don. How are you? Hey there, Rick. Hey, Uncle Rick says hi, Jammers. Say hi, Jammers. Oh man, Dan, I'm telling you, I've got probably 1,000 behind my house right now. I just don't. Honestly, I don't have the best gear. I tried calling them in the other day out there, and I got them within 100 yards. But there's a lot out here, man. Hey Neil, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Richard. Yeah, Turd has to come up, say hi. But I hope you guys are all having a good week. I'm trying to mix it up a bit. I did. I have a duck hunt coming, but even though I shot some birds, it was kind of a slow hunt to honestly because I shot 5 birds. I got 3 mergansers and 2 mallards, but it was pretty slow. Just fast action a couple times is all it was. So I want to add another duck hunt that I'll do this week to the video before I put it out. But dude, get up here, Dan. Like you want to plan an evening up here or something? Let me know because they are out there. It's unbelievable. I mean, I sat out there and I was soul crushed. You know how it goes when they don't want to land on you, man. I had hundreds at a time dumping in, and they were spreading out through the field, but they never got close enough to me. So just get a hold of me. There's a lot of birds here, but hey Neil, I'm trying to mix it up though this week, guys. I am gonna see Atlantics and stuff getting ready to come up, and then we got the steelhead running too. So there is going to be a lot of things going on. Sounds good, Dan. Yep, you let me know, man. Just let me know. The only time that I can't for sure is this coming weekend, and that's because it's my pheasant hunt, which that's something I wanted to talk about tonight, too, guys. Right now, we have a total of 19 people in it. I can still get some last minute folks in if you want. I was hoping to get over 20. So if you want to get in on the pheasant hunt, get at me. You can even bring the money the day of to the hunt. But hey, Max, how you doing, dude? Hey there, Greg. But we got lots of things going on. Right now, the roster, I got Rick, Braden, Robert, Taylor, Paul, Jessa, Scott Reed, Jeff Griffiths, Pat Kaiser, Doug Netto, Dan Netto, Ted Lilly, TJ Griffin, Don Transu, Roy Carlson, Larry, Andrew, and Brian Bowlesby. Now, I'm hoping everybody can make it. I mean, you, Paul. What's up, dude? I hope you guys can make it because it's going to be an unbelievable hunt. And I know you guys would just love it. Um, Hey, Johnny. Thank you, brother. What's your question, Greg? But I wanted to mention that, guys, because I can get some last minute people in if they want. I'm trying to get over 20. But the cool thing is, I want to tell you this too. I don't know if you already knew this or not. Every person that gets in, everyone that joins on this pheasant hunt gives us 10 more birds. So right now we are at 190 birds getting released for our hunt. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am hoping though to get in on some. I am hoping though to get in on some get some more people in on it too because like I said, I'd like to get at least 200 birds. I think that would be great. Oh, oh, it's going to be great, Neil. It's going to be great. I'm excited, man. Thank you, sis. Yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. I know, I see you. You already came up and said hi. Uh, I want to show you guys too. See, last week, if you remember, I was talking about. Oh, I got to get the challenge going soon. I forgot. I seen I had 40 of you watching. I'm sure somebody's wanting to get in on the challenge. But I do want to mention last week we talked about getting a really good light for my show, and you guys donated some money into it, which was excellent because I was able to get an expensive, really nice light. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I will play the soundbite first, and again, I tried to pick something a little tougher today, so I should take my glasses off because otherwise you get a reflection and see what it is. All right, play it again. I was at the end. I already listened to it before I went live. Hey there, John. Hey, Daphne. Hey, Don. How you doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I want to say hi to Claudia too. She showed me that she was sitting by the fire right now watching. Whereabouts are you at again, Greg? See, our salmon are, I mean, they're about done. We've got dying now. We're definitely at the end of the run. So, hey, how's it going, buddy, from Battle Creek? I hope you're doing good down there. I'll play the soundbite again in probably another 10 minutes. I'll keep it going, but I tried overkill, but I'm telling you right now, it's not. That is exactly what I wanted was overkill. I'm not going to shine it at you guys because it's good. It's extremely bright, but I will shine it. Look at this right here. That's dim, middle range, and super bright. That right there, I tried lighting it up the other day in the house, and it's unbelievable. It can be, I mean, in the but this is exactly what I wanted because I can when we're out fishing or something at night, I can set this baby up behind us. I'm not going to waste battery if it's supposed to last several hours on the battery. However, I'm only going to turn it on when somebody's hooked a fish. That way, I'm saving battery, and that's really the only film that you guys want to see at night anyway. So I am ecstatic though to have that. That's a game changer. And it even has, I don't have the fingernails to pull it out. I have to use scissors, but it even has a USB hookup right here. So you can use it as a charging port for your phone. And that thing runs about $60. You're in Muskegon. They should have ran by now, man, I'd imagine. You sure you didn't get a quick run? Because I mean you guys get done before me. And ours are, I mean, we got a lot of old fish and it does sound a little like a cormorant. I'll give you that. Cormorants are definitely sound somewhat like that. I also want to, if you guys have anything that you would like to see me do, make sure you just get a hold of me. Tell me what you want, and I'll do what I can to make the videos on it. Like I said, I've worked a lot this year trying to do new things, such as the salmon fishing. Yes, I've caught salmon. I've caught them on videos, but I've never targeted them as hard as I did this year. And it really was a learning curve. I learned all kinds of stuff about them, and I'm still learning. And I'm really looking forward to next September. I'm going to hit them as soon as they come in because the best, I don't know if I mentioned it in videos, but the best time to fish the salmon are before they actually hit the rivers. Once they're in the river, they are harder to hit or harder to get because you got to trigger them to bite. You got to make them mad. Before they come into the river system, however, they're still hitting pretty hard. So you want to get them on the mouth as soon as you can. But rib trap raccoon. If I had a truck that I could take my boat, PA, I would. If I had a truck that I could take the boat, I would, but all I got's a car now. So until I can get a vehicle that can haul my boat, I can't do my river line. Um, and I pulled the majority of my traps today. You guys probably seen yesterday. I posted another trapping video. However, I pulled most of them because this week, if you guys didn't know already, the best time for the rut is Halloween week up here. So this is yeah, I definitely got to get up in the tree stand this week and try to see if I can get a buck. My buddy John Freeland, he just sent me a picture a couple days ago. He got a decent buck, and then tonight he says he shot a monster. So I'm waiting to hear back from him, just to see what he got. I'm excited because he's pretty picky on his deer, so I'm sure it's something awesome. But yeah, I trust me, PA. I'm dying to hit that river like I usually do, but even if I did it in the canoe, I would be very, very limited. I can't haul the traps, the amount of traps that I like to haul. I was hoping this year with the boat to hit it harder because last year me and Rick spent enough time on the river where I was able to find a lot of good coon spots, and I was hoping to get 200 or so coon this season, but not going to happen with just a car. And I'm telling you too, the car, as much as I love it for gas mileage, it's not a good trapping vehicle. Man, I threw a possum in there the other day. It took a crap in the back. Man, you want to talk about a smell. So yeah, I definitely miss having a truck. That is for sure. Hey Rob, how you doing? Hope you're ready for the pheasant hunt, man. I named you off earlier. We've got a total of 19 people in it right now, so that's going to be 190 birds released. I'm hoping to get a couple late runners this week, maybe. Also, there's a few people that got a hold of me that are bringing their dogs, which is awesome. That's the best part of it all, is watching the dogs go fetch up the birds. I should probably mention too, there are a lot of things I haven't mentioned about this hunt. One thing I think is great, you don't have to go and get the birds at all. In fact, you don't get the birds. You don't touch them. You can sit there, shoot the birds. They have people already out there running their dogs. And basically, as soon as the shooting's done, they hit a foghorn to tell you to stop shooting. That tells you that the 10 birds or whatever were already released. And at that point, when the foghorn goes off, they release the dogs and they can run around and pick them up. And it's just a lot of fun to even stand there and watch these dogs run around, sniff out these birds and grab them, and then they just put them all in a pile. And at the end of the month, or at the end of the hunt, you will have a whole pile of birds, and you get to bring 10 home. So, oh, that'll be cool, Rob. Thank you. That'll be cool. Yeah, Don Transu donated, I think 3 boxes. He sent me a picture, and Rick said he was going to get some the other day. She's the owner of the place. She said she already picked up a whole bunch of really great prizes. If you didn't know this already, Friday is going to be the clay shoot out there for the hunt, or before the hunt. And after the clay shoot, they actually keep tabs and tally on how many clays people shoot. And the winners, I don't. There was like 10 or more winners last year, but winners actually get some things at the end of the clay shoot. We all go out to dinner and we eat, and then we do the prizes and stuff at dinner. So it's going to be a good time. Oh, the other guy going with you is named Johnny. All right. I forgot you had somebody else, Neil. So that's actually 20 right there. So that's 200 birds. I appreciate that. Yep. So we are at 200 birds right now. That's going to be a lot of fun. And there might even be a few more people added last minute. Like I said, I'm allowing that to happen as long as they can come up with the money at the hunt. That's good. And Lee might even invite a few people into the hunt as well. But for the most part, it's going to be people. It's going to be people that are part of the channel. So it's going to be nice. It'll be a good way for all of us to get together, find out who's who. Just meet everybody. It's going to be fun. So. Yeah, I thought it was 3 boxes. Thanks, Don. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate, I always like getting questions like that, and fishing the drum is a riot. You guys know it. I have a lot of fun with that, so it's a good time. See if my buddy just sent me a picture. Oh no, no, that's somebody picking up the deer head. You're bringing 2 boxes? Awesome, Neil. Thank you. Yeah, this will be fun. We're definitely going to shoot them up. It's going to be a good time. They have some really cool different clay throwers. The one that I hate, I mean, it's fun, but I also hate it, and that's the rabbit one. And I'll tell you, when they launch that, usually people, when you're used to clays, you're shooting them in the air. They get thrown up. Well, the rabbit, actually runs across the ground and it'll hit stuff and bounce. And it's usually at that point when you pull the trigger that it bounces and goes right over your bullets. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that would that I mean, you got to figure though, Greg, we had that super cold front come in earlier in the season, and I think that did a lot because I know it brought our fish in a little earlier. And I don't know, a lot of them just got done. I would be really shocked though if your fish haven't come in just because you guys downstate and the west side are always ahead of us by usually a week or so. So I can't imagine they haven't run. But if they start coming in, let me know and I'll see about making a trip because I do love catching them. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, this week though, guys, like I said, I did a duck hunt the other day. I tried something new, a new spot, which was a lot of fun. But I only ended up getting three mergansers and the two mallards there, and it was a quick shoot because really the three mergansers I shot all three of them at the same time within the first 10 minutes of the video, and then later on in the evening, probably 15 minutes before shooting hours ended, I had the two mallards come in and I pounded them. So. Um, it's it's too short of a video for me for stuff like that. I like to have longer videos. I don't want a 2 3 minute video, so I am gonna have to add another duck hunt on. I might go tomorrow, not sure yet. I still know I got to get up in the tree stand too, so I might be doing that tomorrow. I got to make up my mind. Okay. Well, thanks, John. I'm used to seeing it as the PA. Oh, but again, guys, I mentioned it earlier this season. I'm trying not to trap as hard as I usually do. It's not easy because once you get started with it and get a few catches, you get the excitement and you want to keep going hard. But at the same time, there's no money into it. So I had some guy try to hassle me after last weekend, and I blocked him from the channel, so I don't even care. He probably can't even hear this, but he commented on there something about I should be trapping instead of fishing because at least then I can make money. Now, obviously, he doesn't know the fur market because you can't make money. You cannot even get your gas money back on the trap line. So there is no money to be had in that. And you know what? Yes, normally I could make more money trapping than fishing, but as long as I can keep the fishing views in the same amount of money as I would on trapping. I do love trapping, but at the same time, it's very hard to do with a car. So that kind of kills it. Yep, yep. The ducks are. I got actually the mergansers. I think I did a video on it last year. They are a fish duck, and most people don't like to eat them. Pretty much everybody don't like to eat them, but I found that if you soak them in a bowl in the fridge in water with, I started off doing it with garlic salt, and that was good, just for a few days, and it just tastes like garlic beef actually after that. But this time I'm soaking it in a barbecue rub in water. I want to see. It's probably going to taste like barbecue beef. So yeah, but you know what, PA, even if it did go up, I personally don't see that happening in a long, long time. Mostly because our best buyers were Russia and China, and things aren't going good there. So, but I do want to say that even if it did go up, it's going to be such a slight. We are not going to see even close to numbers that we did back in 2011. So that was definitely kind of a fluke. But yeah, the prices just aren't gonna. They're not gonna be worth it, in my opinion, to be running heavy. You can probably see I got a coon hanging up there. I've been fleshing and drying all my stuff. I got possums hanging all over, and I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna try to tan them. I didn't like how my tans turned out last year. I really did not. So I don't know if I'm gonna have them professionally tanned or if I'll try to auction them off as is, fleshed and dried, and then you guys could send them in and have them tanned. But I haven't made up my mind yet with that. Late August. That's what I was kind of thinking. Thanks for that, Jason. Yeah, because that's about the time we had that front, and so that could be the case, Greg. Could be the case. Oh, that is a shame. Yeah. That's usually about how much I charge. So yep, 50 bucks a beaver is about the which is really cheap compared to most, but I try to undermine all the other companies because I feel like everybody else just basically tries to screw each other. So I try to really make things cheaper. And even my head mounts that I do, the Euros, 60 bucks. My friend that owns a shop the other day said I really need to bring it up. And maybe next year I'll go to 70 or something, but I'm not gonna go much more than that because you know, professional, which I guess I could be that way, but professionals are doing them for about 200 bucks a head, which is yes, yeah, it's just nuts. But I guess money to be made. So last year, yeah, yep, I did. I tried to tell everybody throughout the season that I wasn't going to trap this year because of that. The prices, and obviously I'm just trapping because I love it. I love catching stuff. It's just a lot of fun, and it is. I'm helping the birds. Like I said, the nest raider trapping is something that I feel good about because I know every single one of them, especially the big female coons. Catch a female, you're taking out a bunch that could happen next year and eat more eggs. It's unbelievable how many eggs and nests get eaten. The turkey rate, I can't remember. It's a very low turkey rate though of how many actually survive. It's sad. And same goes with grouse. All your ground nesting birds, even some of the songbirds nest on the ground. Coons and possums hone in on that. They see that egg, they're shooting right at it, and they'll destroy a nest overnight. I mean, it's nothing for them to eat up the whole nest in a night. So it's sad. Um, Yeah, that's something too. It's funny. Some people try to say that it's certain time of year and stuff, but steelhead will be in the river systems from here on out, right up until spring, into spring. You get the steelies too, but all winter long. It's something that I've never really targeted much in the winter since I was a kid. Me and my dad used to do it a lot, but I'd rather be on the ice. That's kind of my bread and butter. But yeah, steelhead, they get in the river systems, and you can do that all winter. It is a lot of fun. Even right now, the Browns on some of the state docks and the harbors and stuff will be coming in, as well as Lakers. The Lakers will be coming in here really soon. So that's something I'm hoping to get in on this year too. I've never really done it. I've caught Lakers off the charters. I've caught one off the pier, but never a bunch more than that. So I would like to target them. I mean, I always look at it because I know that salmon, typically the salmon runs September, right? That's usually typically what you would figure for statewide just about is when the salmon are at least all around the mouths or not far offshore. But I always expect the salmon to be done by October or by November. I mean, and even into November, December, you'll still get a couple stray cohos that come through. It's not as not as fun as it is like last month, when you can get them nonstop and they pack in. But they come in, they spawn, and then they die, and you just yeah, so it's really a fast thing, but they're pretty much done. I'll play that soundbite again. I know I'm running behind on it. Awesome. There you go, Greg. That's cool, man. Yeah, the browns, they're a lot of fun. I actually caught my biggest brown of my life. I don't know if I told you guys this yet. I might have told you last weekend, but I caught the biggest brown of my life. He was everything over 30 inches. He was a beast. His tail was big, way bigger than my hand. I mean, it was just a monster. But he was hooked in the side, which crushed me. And it was the middle of the night. I fought this thing for 20 something minutes, and I thought for sure when I seen it was a giant brown, I'm like, oh my god! But then I noticed the hook in his side. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! So I let the fish go. I was hoping to do a video on that, but that's part of why I had to get that light. I got so mad when I checked the video. The only thing you could see was my hand holding the tail of the fish and about this much of the fish. The rest didn't show up in the video at all. You couldn't see his amazing. It was a male, which male trout and salmon have hook jaws, and this thing had just a massive hook on his jaw. It kills me that I couldn't at least get a picture of that thing. So Not a redhead. No, redheads do make a goofy noise like that. I can actually, I was gonna choose a diver tonight, but the problem is almost all the divers sound the same. I mean, the bluebills, the well, scaup, redheads, canvasbacks, they all make a crazy little goofy noise, and it'd be too hard if I chose one and just had you guys guessing all the divers to try and figure out which one it was. um, I believe we only went through a box. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, but I think it was just a box for the clays. Maybe a little more than that. I think she had on the she had on the flyer just how many clays. Let me see if I still got it on here. Um, I think it said on there though just how many clays would be thrown per person, and it might have been a little more than a box. But for the hunt, that varies. I guess it depends on how feisty you are with your shotgun. I didn't shoot a box up last year, and I shot a bunch of birds. I was just dead nuts on them last year. But um, okay, there's 36 clays thrown, so yeah, you're gonna want. I would just pick up a couple boxes then for that hunt or for the clay shoot, and then for the hunt, again, that's all on you. I would probably bring 2 boxes because you might shoot a box or more during the hunt, but also if you wanted to go do the cleanup hunt and and run dogs and stuff, then obviously you could have a chance to shoot some more. So I would at least I'd bring 2 boxes for each. Wow, that's awesome, Don. That's cool. Oh, thanks, Braden. You might have put that on before I even said something. I didn't notice it. Hey there, Robert. How you doing, buddy? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up. It does help the channel. This week, like I said, we've got stuff going on. I'm gonna try and get some duck hunting in this week, but this is also prime week for the rut. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Bucks are fighting, they're chasing. This is a really good week to be out deer hunting. So I have to make up my mind each day and figure out. I might only duck hunt. We got a couple rainy days. I might just duck hunt on the rain days because you don't want to be up shooting a bow in the rain. So that might be what I do. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And then this coming weekend, I do have the pheasant hunt. The clay shoot is Friday, pheasant hunt Saturday. So, I'm definitely going to be busy this week, and I'm going to try to get the video out from the hunt. I might even attempt to get it out. Well, Wednesday. I'll get it out next Wednesday. But chokes, Don. I'm weird about that. I guess I don't change mine up, man. I got a modified. That's all I use for everything because, to be honest, why would you want to, if you're skeet shooting, to get that practice in on the fly? I don't know why you'd want to change that shot up. Let's say you're doing good with the skeet, I don't know why you'd want to change chokes for the birds because if you're hitting the skeet good, you're hitting the birds good too. So personally, I don't mess with my chokes. All I use is modified. I've been using a modified for ducks since I was a little kid, and that is exactly what I put in my guns now. I don't change them out for anything. I just keep the modified in. So, nope, not a beaver. Beavers actually make a squeaky noise, Matt. They sound like a squeaky toy. It's kind of sad. It really is. Oh, and for those of you that did not know, in the state of Michigan, it is against the law to shoot a beaver, even if it's in your trap. You can't shoot it. So you have to actually, smack them over the head or something to get them out. And that's how I found out about the squeakies. It's really sad. So, not that I've heard, Matt. I don't know. I've only ever heard them make a squeaky noise. Even when they're inside their den, I've heard the squeaks, but I don't know if they grunt or anything like that. The amount of squeak that comes out of it tells me that they probably can't get a deep voice, but I don't know. There you go. Yeah, it can't hurt, Neil. I mean, you might as well be all set, and you could get shot up here, but the closest places to get any good shot would be Oscoda, and from Oscoda to Hubbard Lake, that's like an hour. So, yeah, you might as well just bring what you can with you, and that's what I'm probably just going to bring a couple boxes for each, and should be fun. But like I said, last year I didn't even shoot up a whole box for the pheasant hunt. I mean, I shot a lot of birds, but I didn't shoot. I was just doing good. So, but some guys like last year, there were some guys that were just totally sky busting. You know, if you totally miss the bird with all three shots or two shots, whatever you got with you, well, you're probably going to burn through an awful lot of shells that way. Modifieds go to for you too. Yeah, the modified is just a great choke. It gives you a great pattern from 30, 40 yards usually. So 150 bucks. 2017. You know, I'm not sure on that one, Greg. I really don't know that. The only other Barnett I had was a Panzer, the Panzer V, and I think that was one of the first crossbows to come out by them. So it was an older one, but it's a good bow. Yeah, they make great bows. So lots of VRBO. Not sure what that is. Northern shoveler. Nope. Nope. The shoveler though is a beautiful bird. For those of you that's never seen one, I've only shot. Technically, I shot two. I shot a male and female come in at the same time when I was 17, 18 years old, and I shot both of them. However, I lost the male, which was sad because he was obviously the one with all the colors. But they're a gorgeous bird, and they're also called spoonbills, a nickname. But they have a big bill, and it is the shape of a spoon. I mean, it's big, and it's got comb teeth really around it because they use it to siphon. The shovelers are like a marshland seabird, you know, and they'll get into that muck and they'll just siphon all the water out and have things in their mouth from the muck. They're just an amazing bird. Their colors are unique, so if you get a chance, look up the northern shoveler. It's a very cool bird. Oh, you got an Airbnb? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were camping there or they did say people could camp there. So, anybody that's coming that's not sure about where they could stay, you can camp there. So, oh, VRBO is private. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't know. I've never heard that. I've heard of the Airbnb, but I never never heard of VRBO. But yeah, while you're up there, you should fish or something. Wow, that's cool. I have shot, Matt, I'm glad you mentioned that because there are, well, recently where I've been fishing, I seen a surf scoter out there as well as the old squat, and they are by far some of my favorite birds to shoot. They are ocean birds, but some of them winter on the Great Lakes. Also, you mentioned the white wing. I shot a white wing scoter, only one. It's the only one I ever seen in my life, but I shot it on Venetton Lake when I was I don't know, 23. That's a big bird, especially compared to the surf scoter. Surf scoters are pretty dang small. They're just a unique, cool looking bird. Both scoters, though, have very neat bills. Um, but yeah, there was a surf scoter recently that swam right up to me. And actually, I took a picture of it. I don't know if I can even get it to show, but it was neat. It swam. I mean, when I was fishing, that surf scoter got pretty close to me. And I might even duck hunt there this coming week to see if I can get that scoter because I'd like to get one mounted. Oh, maybe I didn't save the picture. No, I did. Yeah, here's a surf scoter right there. I thought that was pretty neat. It's definitely not one that you see very often. It's a ocean duck, but they do come from time to time. You'll see them on the Great Lakes. All right, gonna play it again. There's why I'm playing this. Every time I play something, I try to play something that uh, has something to do with the state of Michigan at some point. So I do try to play some interesting things. Nope, porcupines make a squeaky noise too. They can actually sound like a siren. They're pretty amazing. No, we don't. We don't, Neil. Well, the one that I shot definitely had some color, but I don't think we ever get the total full plumage. Kind of like the gadwalls and widgeons and stuff. Usually, by the time they come through, and the teal, of course, we don't get plumage on them, which sucks. Especially the teal. I have always wanted to get a Drake full plumage teal to get on the wall, blue or green. I don't even care, but the blue I really like. They got that cool white patch, but yeah, I've always wanted to get the teal done. Actually, if I could get, a green, a blue, and a cinnamon one day all mounted together, it'd be really great. But Thor, if he eats Taco Bell. Yep, that's true. You got her, Matt. Yeah, you gotta to get those full plumage ones. You gotta go down south. It really sucks. Oh. Yeah, the only thing we really got going for us here in the state of Michigan is we do get all the full plumage divers, which is they're all gorgeous, but we get a whole bunch of different diver ducks. For those of you that did not know, there's basically two separate sections of waterfowl. You've got puddle ducks, which is obviously your mallards and your wood ducks and shovelers, even things that want to be in muddy, marshy areas, teal. And then you got diver ducks, which is your diving birds, which golden eyes, buffleheads, canvasback, bluebills, redheads, all that stuff. But it's really cool. In the state of Michigan, we do get all the full plumage on those divers, which is really great. Um, even the old squaw, even the old squaw you just mentioned there, Matt, that we get some that are just totally plumed out late season and they're gorgeous. I would love. I've got a hen over here mounted. Well, you can kind of see her up there in the corner under that bass, but that was I actually shot that when I think I was 19. It's an old mount, but I would definitely. I've dreamt to get one that's all full plumed for sure. Where's Denver reservoirs? That sure would be cool, Neil. I got that idea actually from there's a gun shop up in Alpena. It's kind of between Alpena and Hillman, but he has some of the coolest. The guy passed away. He was a great dude, but he has some of the coolest duck mounts you'll ever see. It's Bob's Gun Shop up there, and it's pretty amazing. But he had not he had a dead mount of all three hanging, and then he also had live ones, and he had birds from all over Argentina and stuff. The guy, he made me a deal the first time I went in there. I'll never forget it. He said that I could pick out any gun I wanted if I could ID his wall of ducks. And he had me lost, man. When it got to the Argentina ducks and the ducks from Africa, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know a lot of those. I know all of the Michigan, pretty much all the USA birds, but I don't know a lot of those ones outside. So, oh yeah, hawks dive down for fish for sure. I hope you do good though in Saginaw, Matt. I'm still waiting for Paul. He's been so dang busy, but I'm waiting for the time that he can say that he can hunt because I want to go down there myself. I have a feeling, and I've heard rumor that you get a lot more of those cool puddle ducks down in Saginaw and the Bay, especially pintails and the teal and all that stuff, and possibly have a chance for some plume ones too. That'll be cool, Matt. That'll be really cool. I hope you get them. I've always wanted to do those, what do they call those special layout boats? It might just be a layout boat, but yeah, I've always wanted to hunt out of those ones that are kind of like a kayak, but you can lay back in them and they're all camoed out. Oh, Colorado. Okay, cool, man. Possum. Nope. It is a very cool shot, Neil. He has literally every duck known to man mounted. It's beautiful. I could spend the whole day in there just marveling over all those. It's really cool. Oh, I've eaten a lot of pike, Homestead. If you type in LT Outdoors pike eating or pike catch and cook, my stuff will pop right up on Google. I try to do it a couple times every year, a video at least, just so you guys could see how I do it. But oh, they're excellent fried. I mean, you can't go wrong with a pike. They are a very, very good eating fish. The only thing is obviously learning how to do how to fillet them right so you can get those dang Y bones out. But once you get that down, oh, they are great. They make the best fish tacos hands down. But they're just also a delicious fish. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with pike. All right, I'm gonna play it again. A lot of you guys are almost on the button. It could be Gemma on a Taco Bell night too. You just never know. Skunk. I've never, I've been around hundreds of skunks in my life because I mean, I nuisance trapping. I got over 50 the one year. I think it was 56, but I don't think I've ever heard them make a noise. I don't think I have. The American widgeon, they whistle. Bull moose. I seen it kind of mentioned, but not guessed. But like I said, I'm hoping Dan. I don't know if Dan's still on here, but my buddy Dan, he's a coastie, and he loves to duck hunt too. So I'm hoping he gets a hold of me this week because I bet you the 1,000+ geese have been in the back of my yard or in the back of my property on the daily, and I just don't have all the great stuff. Even my layouts kind of messed up. It sat in the sun too long and got bright, and all the spots to tuck in weeds are broken off. So yeah, I'd like to get all new stuff for next year if I get a chance, but white winged dove. Some people kind of guessed it already, but they didn't guess it as a guess. I'm surprised that hasn't given it away yet. Oh, you're such a ham, Jammers. Oh, I'm actually, you want to talk about cooking. I didn't do a video on it because I wanted to see how it turns out for trying some new stuff with it. But I've got a squirrel chicken soup going right now. I'm slow cooking it for. I'm not going to eat it till tomorrow at lunch. As much as I want to because it smells good, I'm not going to yet. So, um, but yeah, I've got squirrel cooking right now. Oh yeah, absolutely, Max. Yep. I've shot deer back there and geese but the problem is, and this is another thing, and this is why you need a layout blind if you're going to be hunting the field. If you're trying to hunt anywhere near structure, Thor, don't you think about it. If you're trying to hunt near a structure, like let's say even the edge of the field in the grass, the geese don't like to land there. They try to land as far away as they feel comfortable from trees and all that other stuff, and that's because they got predators. A coyote could run out from a tree, and if they're too close, he can nab them. So they're very smart when it comes to that. The geese don't want to land near stuff like that. So really, the best thing you could do is lay out in the middle of the field where they're going. And yeah, my stuff just hasn't. I don't have very good decoys or anything. So thank you, AP. Thank you. They'll love it, man. It is excellent, and they're very easy to fillet. I've done videos. I try to do at least one fillet video a year just so people can catch up on it. But you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, they're gonna love it. It's really good. Yeah, they are definitely one of my top 5 fish to eat. That's for sure. Waiting for somebody to throw that one out. Now a drum make a sound just like that, but it is not a drum. I'm trying not to give it away too easy. I've already kind of given giving the hints, but people mentioned this, but not as a guess. Nobody actually guessed it as tonight's soundbite. So catfish definitely grunt. They make a grunt. Oh, Jason, you're killing me. I should have done that. I should have, I really should have done the pheasant call. Of course, I think people would have jumped on that pretty quick, but it would have been a good one. Seems how the hunt's coming this week. So, you in the bathroom? That's me on some bad Burger King. I will play a pheasant right now, though. I like that idea. Just so you guys can hear. And when we're doing this hunt, that's kind of the sound you want to hear anyway, because that's what tells you when they throw these birds up, you're in the middle of the woods. That's what tells you that they're coming, really. So that's the noise you're going to hear during the pheasant hunt. So make sure you remember that, because as soon as you hear that, you know they're up and they might be coming your way. All right. Well, I'm going to accept that, Rob. I was hoping for the specific name, but yes, that is exactly what it is. That sound was a pelican. And the reason I was trying not to laugh when you guys were talking about it, because I'm like, oh, somebody just guessed it. Um, that is exactly what that was, though. Um, that was the white pelican. And the reason I chose that is actually because we do have them in the state of Michigan. If you've watched my videos long enough, if you sorry, Greg. Oh, it was killing me. And it might have been you. Somebody guessed the actual I think it was you that said the white pelican. Somebody said it but didn't guess it. And I'm like, "Oh, nope. Nope, that was Neil." Neil was talking about the white pelican, but yes, um, the white the white pelican is in our state, and they have been more and more coming in our state. Um, every year we get more. They're hanging out on the Great Lakes. So congratulations, Rob. I didn't want to have to give those hints, but I thought if I didn't, we'd go till the end. So, but it's truly amazing. If you guys watched my videos, especially for me and Rick out on this, I think it was the hot ponds video. If you watch my hot ponds video on Saginaw Bay, you will see a pelican. We seen, I believe, 4, maybe 5 that day. I can't quite remember, but there was a bunch, and there is a whole bunch of them out on Lake Huron. Lake Michigan, I guess, has more than we do, but you get out into Saginaw Bay and you'd be amazed. There's a lot of pelicans out there nowadays. My buddy Adam Hume is a professional walleye fisherman. He's in the big circuit that goes on TV and everything. And he actually mentioned to us recently that he thinks they're going to be the biggest problem out there, because obviously they eat even more than a cormorant does. Plus, cormorants, as much as I hate them, they're small. They've got kind of a small bill. They obviously can't eat giant fish very easy. However, the pelican can scoop up big old bass and stuff and just get it down the gullet. So, but yeah, that's what I chose tonight. So I'll send it to AP. All right, will do. Message me your address, AP, and I'll get it out to you. That's cool. Thank you. Very nice of you, Rob. I I've been close enough to hear him, and I will tell you that this is my first story of a pelican. Back when I was with my ex-wife, which some of you might not know about that, but I was married at one point. I remember I was outside. I think I was skinning stuff because it was during trapping season, but I heard this weird noise. I looked up and I seen this batch. There was like 7 or 8 birds, and the way that they were flying, you can tell if you watch a video of pelicans flying in the air, it's almost like geese. They got their own V. Well, pelicans do something a lot different than that. They follow each other, and it's in a neat way. Plus, the way that their wings go, they've got super slower wing beats, But I watched this group fly over us. I went in the house and I told my ex, I said, "Hey, we just had pelicans fly over," and she goes, "Oh, you're crazy." The very next week, those 7 or 8 pelicans were in the Iosco News Herald. Somebody photographed them out on Tawas Bay, so it was really amazing. And then after that, of course, I've seen them multiple times now. I guess they're even out on Drummond Island and some of them, but basically all the islands on the Great Lakes have pelicans, so it's pretty amazing. Thank you, AP. Probably, Greg. I mean, I've seen a lot of people do that down in Florida and stuff, so I really wouldn't doubt it. I seen though a friend of mine here in Lincoln, Michigan. She texted me or messaged me on Facebook a video of a pelican at one point. This was several years ago, and she goes, "Please tell me I'm going crazy." And I said, "That's a pelican." I said, "Are you in Florida or something?" She goes, "No, I'm right here in Lincoln at my house." Well, she lived on Brownlee Lake, which is just a little dinky lake in Lincoln, and she had a pelican that landed on her seawall. It was unbelievable. She tried to feed it tuna fish, and the thing chased her back to her house. She was so scared, but it was pretty amazing. It was cool, and I'm glad she sent me the video of it. It was definitely something I never expected in my life, especially right downtown Lincoln. So here, I'll put it right here for you. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna check real quick because I can't remember if I had. Oh God, now I can't even think of her name. I wanted to look and see. I'm gonna have to share it another time because I might have the video still. Like I said, it was sent to me through Messenger, so I'm sure the video is still saved in there somewhere. I can't think of her name though. That's gonna drive me crazy. Hey there, Owen. Um, I don't know. What was it? What was it about, Owen? I don't really remember. I don't get on my email all that often. I try to flip through it because I don't get very many emails, honestly. I get a lot of scam ones, but I don't get very many friendly ones. So really not sure what I'm not sure what you sent. Oh, the soundbite. No, I didn't. No, I did not get the. I can go back through it, but I don't remember. Um, is it under Owen Peak? Because I'll search when I get off of here. I'll look for your email. But I didn't. That was something I was wondering about because I also didn't get paid for the fox head last week. So I was going to mention that too. I don't even. I'll have to look and see who won it last week, but I think it was Don. Don Transu. I'm pretty sure you were the one that ended up because Joe won it and then he donated the money to the channel, and yeah, I'm still waiting to get paid for that fox. But yeah, let me know. I was looking for that email for the soundbite, but I didn't see it anywhere. So maybe it was sent to the wrong email. I don't know. Just send it to me again though, and I'll get you something. I'll send you something out tomorrow too. But like I said earlier, though, guys, about the salmon, it's really a shame because I was slaying them like crazy. It was a lot of fun, but they're pretty much done. I mean, the salmon run. That's what part of why I put so much time into it this year because it's really one of those can't say once in a lifetime thing, but it's one of those once a year, got to hit them while you can type deals. I mean, it's so much fun, but you only got such a short time. And I was trying to look at it as deer season's insanely long. So I'm putting that on the back burner, really. I mean, yes, the rut is important. So I'm going to try and hunt this week for sure. This week and next week are going to be your two best weeks for rut here in Michigan. But a couple days ago, you were you salmon fishing, Max? But yeah, it's pretty much over now. So it's just one of them things. Kind of like even duck hunting is important during one part of the season more than the other. Like this month normally is not the greatest, although I did miss out on a huge run of redheads. We had redheads all over the place. And I screwed up by not duck hunting. I was too busy salmon fishing, and when the redheads run through, they're pretty much done too. They come through on their own terms. And but the scaup, we get millions of bluebills up here. The redheads will mix in with them, so got chances for that. But for the most part, though, what I'm getting at is November is the best time. Um, Tom Ritz. I don't think so, Rick. Was that somebody that was supposed to get a hold of me? So you guys got me thinking. I'm gonna have to go through that email now. Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty amazing though, wasn't it, Max? I didn't know you made it up there. It's so much fun watching them. I mean, and there are still some good fish up there. I mean, you've got still some fresh coho in there. The Atlantics are coming in right now. There's actually a lot of them in there right now, um, and obviously other species too. But and like I said, even though I'm saying the salmon run is pretty much done, it's not done altogether because the Atlantics come in on their own, and so they run a lot too. They're kind of like the steelhead. The Atlantics will be hanging out in the river system too for most of the winter. So, all right, Rick, thanks for that. I'll look it up and see because I don't remember. I really don't remember getting. Oh, you caught one. That's cool though, Max. I'm glad you got one. Um, oh, maybe might be because I'm looking under priority. Every time somebody stop it, Gemma. Every time somebody sends me an email, it doesn't come up as priority. I don't know why. I think that should be more priority than the garbage spam mail. Gemma, you are a turd. But anybody that wants to get in last minute though, like I've got a couple people on there like that Tom Ritz that Rick's talking about. If you want to get in on the pheasant hunt, you do still have time. We will take some late ones because every person that enters gives us another 10 birds in the event, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't see any there from Owen, so definitely email me, Owen. And Tom Ritz, I don't know. Of course, I don't know what his email is either. It could have come up as something different than Tom Ritz. Um, no, I'm not seeing any. Not seeing anything for Tom Ritz either. But I'll sit there and flick through. Oh, it could be from weeks ago. Well, I'll have to really go through it because, like I said, I'll name it again for you guys, just so you know who all's in on it. And I apologize, Neil, because I don't think I named your name earlier, so I put you on. Rick, Braden, Robert, Taylor, Paul, Jessa, Scott Reed, Jeff Griffiths, Pat Kaiser, Doug Netto, Dan Netto, Ted Lilly, TJ Griffin, Don Transu, Roy Carlson, Larry, Andrew, Brian Bowlesby, Neil Kauser, and Johnny. So that's what I've got in there so far. Oh, yeah, the steelhead, that's something too I'm going to try to focus on this year. Again, it's during the winter months though is when it's really good, and that sucks because ice fishing. But if we have a winter like we did last year where we didn't even ice up until mid to end of January, which was sad. If it's anything like that, I'll definitely be fishing more because I got to have some content. Last year I should have went out and did more for the steelhead, but I didn't. You'll you'll get Braden to get a hold of him. I'll flip through when I get off of here and just see. Yeah, thank you, AP. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. And I want to say again before I get off, because it's almost time, I want to say thank you to the people that donated money to me last week for this light, because this is exactly what I wanted for my channel. It is going to be a game changer. That's the low mode, bright. That's mid and then bright, but it is really unbelievable. And I'll tell you, for the night fishing adventures, if you've watched them, I think mine really suck. And it's because my lights. A headlight just doesn't do justice. And obviously, the GoPro ain't no good at it either. So that right there is going to up my game. I'm hoping to do some burbot videos coming really soon. So That's going to be good for that. But again, thank you all so much for getting on tonight. Thanks for everybody guessing on the challenge. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing a lot of you this Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a great time. That light PA is a Tresda. Tresda light is 7,000 lumens. So thank you, Joe. Thank you. And thank you, for that donation, because that's what got it. So I appreciate it. Thank you much. It's going to be a perfect burbot light and walleye. Every time I do any night videos, it's going to do it. So you're welcome, PA. Have a good night, y'all. I'll talk to you next Sunday.